This episode of Quit Stalling is brought to you by Jinx.com to get 10% off of your entire shopping cart. Use the promo code QUITSTALLING_366 at checkout. Did you like that Disney-esque Hearthstone cinematic, so you want a shirt? Want to show your best friend that you'll gladly support their supersonic acrobatic rocket power battle car soccer addiction? Head on over to Jinx.com, shop from a wide variety of gamer and geek swag, and when you do, don't forget to use the promo code QUITSTALLING_366 at checkout. Alright. Oh, I forgot I have this on loop. I think I have it on loop. Alright, welcome everyone to the Quit Stalling podcast. I am Herald Silvestre. I am your host, broadcasting live from the Quit Stalling podcast studio. Yes, Herald is my real name. And I want to welcome everyone to the show that revives all your 90s favorites and nostalgia into edgy modern-day reboots. And with me today is the person I share this excuse to once a week geek out and pretty much just have fun on the internet. Making his 13th consecutive appearance, Juancho Saldana. No relation to Zoe. How you doing, Juancho?
No relation we know of so far. But
thankfully,
hey, what's
right?
up, guys? Wow, it's my 13th show. No wonder I'm having so much bad luck today. Are you kidding me?
No. Makes sense.
And it was Friday. It was Friday the 13th. This week.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Like, I totally forgot about it till like 4 p.m. that night. That afternoon.
I think I was in Disneyland around that time. Oh no, I was in Ocean Park in Hong Kong.
Anything happened while you were at Ocean Park?
It was weird, honestly, in Ocean Park, but
really?
Yeah, it's like,
tell me more.
Because it's like it's Ocean Park, you know. So it's like a zoo and everything, and I'm there with my son, who's like a super baby, and there's like people walking around with really, 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 really creepy costumes. I cannot stress that enough. Like blood, gore everywhere in their costume. Like one guy had like a really long neck and he was carrying his head or something like that. And I was like, that's freaky. Like really freaky costumes.
It's not even Halloween yet. What are these people doing, man? Oh, it still says starting soon. What are these people doing?
I know, and it was like I wanted to have some family-friendly fun, not traumatize my kid. So
sometimes that comes hand in hand.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's what I did this week. I just came from Hong Kong. You didn't have to ask me. I just went straight to it. My bad.
I know. I was going to ask though, because I was wondering, because we haven't talked to each other since then, because I haven't been able to play Overwatch because I got some of my friends to play World of Warcraft with me.
Wow, now, yeah. I'm supposed to be joining you. I know. I just can't find the time right now. I'm so sorry. I can't find the time because I'm about to leave for the U.S. in a bit, so I gotta, make time for the family and all that.
Exactly.
Jazz. I can't go into a world right now. But once I'm in the U.S.,
Once you're alone.
Yeah, I'd need people.
Yeah, and you'll have us. We'll help you level. Because right now, I know it's not Game Bite, but I got my friends Robbie and Ivan to jump into the World of Warcraft. They're fresh. They have no World of Warcraft experience. They've played Warcraft 3. So they came in and they're enjoying themselves quite a bit. And I'm super glad.
That's like the best way to go into an MMO. Just know nothing about it. Don't pressure yourself into like, oh, what's the meta class, or like what should I prepare for this certain raid? Just go in and enjoy the world and explore. Honestly, I went into Final Fantasy like that and I had so much fun.
Exactly. And I can't wait for you to hop on the Azeroth with us. So thanks for asking, Juancho. Yeah, I've had a great week as well. I've had a lot of work to do for Quit Stalling and for the guys over at Most Played Games. Shout out to Derek and everyone over there. Hey, Javi, Yukari. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm actually supposed to be doing some work right now because what happened was I finished what's it called, exporting a video, and all of a sudden not all of a sudden, but when I try to upload it on Google Drive, it says like 3 days, which makes no sense. Because it's like a 1 gig video, probably less. So, so
you think it's your internet or something?
I don't know. It might be like PLDT again. Like last week, we weren't able to do Game Bite last week because upload speeds were weird. I could play games fine. I could upload files fine, but streaming for some reason was zero, was close to zero.
No, yeah. That happened to me too around last week. I was having problem with my internet. Oh, was it last week? When was that time I did the show from my house?
I think that was like 2 weeks ago.
And we were having problems with the stream too then, right?
Oh yeah, we were. That was a horrible.
Fine. No, that's weird. And yeah, might have been PLDT.
Yeah, well, things happen and we power through them, so we're back.
Good news though. You seem fine now. Right?
No, thankfully.
I'm not lagging or anything. Do I sound like a robot? I can see you, which is good.
You sound great. You're super clear. You're a little orange tinted, but aside from that, like you're pretty good.
There's only the orange light. I forgot to turn on everything else. I was hurrying. I was having a hell of a day.
Well, let's have that hell of a day turn good. Let's point it up. All right, here we go.
All right.
One last thing before we get to the news.
Go ahead.
First things first, we're 10 days away from Halloween. I'm super psyched. Well, not Halloween, from Stranger Things. We're 10 days away from Stranger Things, and that means like we're 13 days away from Halloween, so I'm excited for that. And Discord's video call feature is working really good for me so far, I have to say.
All right, you're supposed to use that.
We'll test it out in the future. I mean, there's no pressure, but it seems to be low bandwidth, but the call quality is still really good, so we should definitely get on that.
What does Discord and Stranger Things have in common exactly? Why did you?
I just lumped them together because I don't think they were big enough news to put in the news. I just wanted to do it real quick. All right. Shout outs. Any shout outs we want to give? Francis in the chat earlier was saying he can't stay, but
I know.
We hope he.
Francis is here. It's not. This isn't the show. This is not. This is fake. Francis is.
Francis. If Francis isn't here, it's not the same. No, but we'd like to thank everyone who's watching right now.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you guys are going to enjoy the show.
Say hi on the chat.
Yeah.
I really
say hi in the chat.
We need a Francis replacement right now.
Speaking of, big shout out to Diego Z, who is also watching the stream. Our good friend and my co-host for Game Bite. Diego, hope you're doing good. Hope you're not having a bad day. And if you are, hopefully the Quit Stalling podcast is here to turn things around for you. All right? Okay, so let us begin. Diego said something in the chat. Hold on, I missed it.
He said hi. I think that's what he said.
Hi in the chat.
Hi on the chat.
Diego. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Here we go. It's time for the news.
Yes. I see. Good news, everyone!
It's the news, brought to you by Herald Plays. Tune in to Herald Plays tonight after the stream, as he will be playing South Park: The Fractured But Whole.
Man, that means you're not gonna be playing Overwatch. I was planning. Yeah. I'm placed now, by the way, in case you didn't know.
Oh, are you? Where did you place?
Yes,
Where did you place?
1-8 gold.
Ooh,
Silver. Sorry. So
that's not bad, dude.
Now
That's not bad.
So I'm reaching gold.
That's not bad. You know what? I could play a little bit with you guys before I do the Fractured But Whole. Yeah, that's me. I'm gonna be playing the Fractured But Whole later tonight, guys. So check out my Twitter, my Twitch for updates on the twitch.tv/HeraldPlays and twitter.com/HeraldPlays.
I think I will. I'll watch you. Like, I'll put you on my cell phone because I want to play the game kinda, but I don't have the time. So I'll just come along with you.
And, dude, that'd be great.
Notice me on the chat. Anyway, so the news.
Yeah. Okay. So let me get back to the news real quick. All right, it's the news, and I posted about this on the Quit Stalling Facebook page a couple of days ago. We got some super robot fighting action going on, Juancho. Have you heard of this? MegaBots?
The robot fighting. Honestly, when I first saw it on when you first showed it to me, like on the show notes, I thought you meant MegaBots, like the old cartoon in Cartoon Network or something. That would have been cool. But then I actually read it properly, and then MegaBots. And I did research. Giant robot fighting. What is there not to like? Tell me about it, man. Exactly. So here's what happened. All right. For those of you who have zero knowledge of this, and the bed music died for no reason.
Let me play that again. Oh, there we go. All right, here we go.
There
All
we
right,
go.
so for those of you who have no knowledge of this, so MegaBots, 2 years ago, wait, was it Japan? Oh, the U.S. No, Japan built this robot, this giant robot, and they challenged America.
Wasn't it
to
America who challenged Japan?
Oh no!
What I remember?
Yeah, so here's what happened. So Japan made the robot. America saw it, decided, you know what? What you can do, we can America it, and they put guns and flamethrowers and all sorts of stuff on their robot, and they were like, Japan, if you are ready, we will meet on the battlefield. And it was just the video I was showing a couple of seconds ago. They challenged Japan, and they were like, you know, let's have a super mega robot fight, giant robot fight. Let's do it. And it's been 2 years in the making. They said 1 year when they announced the Japan confirmed, yeah, let's do it. But I think they wanted to get like a lot of hype behind it and maybe get some TV deals done. And we're finally getting it later. In like less than 12 hours, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get
really?
the super mega giant robot fight. Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Are they gonna play anime music in the background, or?
Right? Wouldn't that be like fitting? Wouldn't it be like the most fitting thing to just have like Gundam music or like any robot anime fighting would be perfect.
Place your bets though. Who do you think's gonna win? America or Japan?
See,
Who do you think? Who do you think?
That's a really good question. For many reasons, because Japan is known as the tech, nowadays is one of the tech industry leaders in terms of countries, and it's hard to overlook them. But America, when they first showed their robot and challenged Japan, like they brought the guns, they brought
what America's about, right? Military, bang bang boom, shotguns and beer. So,
yeah, exactly. So for me, like, it's really hard to pick a favorite. Like,
have they shown the robots for America and Japan?
Yeah. It's playing right now on the video feed that I have to cut out of real quick because YouTube is gonna copyright content this.
Because I wasn't able to see it actually, but like how I imagine it is like Japan would have this like sleek, elegant robot with like heads-up display and their like controller, and then America's just gonna have like just a bunch of guns and the American flag on it, and fire, and some beer.
Well, why not? I mean,
am I close? Was it like that?
That sounds like a dream. Why is there an ad there? But yeah, so I don't know. I'm really caught in the middle, but I do want to say before I get your opinion on it, this is how we should solve all our future spats. Build giant robots and challenge each other, and then that's it. If we can't do it with sports because sports aren't violent enough, we might as well do it with giant robots, right? No consequences as long as it's done properly.
Well, there is a consequence to big. If like fighting robots is going to be the main way of dealing with things, people are going to make more advanced, like crazy advanced robots, and then they're going to be smarter than the human race, and that's how you get the robot apocalypse. Okay, so
touche.
Okay, this is the beginning of the end. This is Skynet.
We should limit our. We should have rules on this. You're right. We should have rules on this.
There should be a cap. No AI.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a person in the robot. A person has to be in the robot.
Exactly.
Something like that.
All right, Diego in the chat says, "Is there like a list online that enumerates the robot franchises that have been made by the Japs and don't say the Japs, Diego. Come on, man. By the Japanese and the Americans." I'm not sure actually. That'd be a really interesting list because we have a lot of like Japanese series that were repurposed in America. Like Voltron. And I'm blanking on a lot right now, but there's a bunch of them. So yeah, it'd be interesting. Like, who has the most original robot franchises?
I'd say Japan.
Probably, right? Because that's like 89% of the 90s was Japanese robot anime.
Yeah.
You had like Mazinger Z.
I can't imagine like what are the U.S. made robot cartoons.
Yeah, like Beast Wars and Transformers. Like,
do you remember
Transformers
that one cartoon with the it was a monster truck, and it was piloted by like this fat guy?
Yeah, that was also Cartoon
XLR
Network.
or something like that?
Yeah.
Megas
Megas
something like that.
XLR.
That's what comes to mind.
That's one of the very few. But you're right, like Diego, good point, man. We should look that up in the future. We should do our homework on that. All right, moving on. What else do we have to talk about? We have Star Wars Rebels, man, coming to a close. After I think we've had 4 seasons now. Yeah, this is going to be the 4th season. Star Wars Rebels is coming to a close. We have a little screenshot here, or a little peek here if you guys are watching the video feed of Katie Sackhoff's character, Bo-Katan, making a comeback in the final season of Star Wars Rebels. So we get to find out what happened with her. And the thing is, I am really psyched for this. Knowing Dave Filoni, the creator and showrunner of Rebels and the Clone Wars, I mean, we've had like slow points in a lot of his series, well, in the Clone Wars and Rebels, and there are parts where it gets boring. Like, you know, like there were like 2 episodes back to back that were just about the droids going around the desert. But
wait, are you talking about the Clone Wars or Rebels?
Yeah, the Clone Wars.
Oh. Okay.
And you have similar tones to a lesser extent in Rebels. But the thing is, I think he's found a way to, you know, finer tune his pacing of the show. And part of the reason I think, you know, they've had trouble with pacing is because of the limitations with the tech. And, you know, when you have to pay like X amount for rendering and X amount for like these artists, you try to be as cost efficient as possible while still telling a good story. And I think, you know, that's what they've tried to do. So with Rebels, you know, seeing it come to a close after 4 years, it's great because, you know, they're trying to compress as much of the story as they can in a short amount of time without dragging on too much. Because back when the Clone Wars was being made, that was before Disney bought them out, and you know, all they had in mind was, okay, let's milk the Clone Wars for all we can and tell like Senate stories and political stories and droid stories. And Rebels has more of a serialized story to it.
Oh yeah, I feel like because the Clone Wars, yeah, they had a lot more free reign because they probably didn't know that there's gonna be episode 7, 8, 9 and all that, so they could just go like, oh, we could make whatever we want. But now that, you know, Disney bought them, they can't go too crazy because it might affect the lore or something like that, the canon.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm super psyched that Rebels is ending.
I'm not psyched it's ending. I love it. I'm psyched it's returning for the 4th season.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad it's ending, but it has to end. It's like they didn't give it a lot of time.
Yeah.
Because they have to. Something has to happen to them soon because it's about to be the New Hope soon. In Rebels timeline, anyway.
Yeah, they've set it in a time. Yeah, you're right. They've set it in a timeline that gives them, you know, X amount of years before we hit A New Hope, and you know, we have to find out what happens to these characters and either explain why they're not in the movies or where they are.
A big thing that has to happen is like there has to be like the Jedis just have to die, right? That's what.
I mean, they don't have to. They could just like walk away, I guess. That'd be decent.
I mean, like, because then it'll create continuity issues. Because wasn't Luke supposed to be like the last Jedi around that time?
Yeah, that's true. But you know, like Star Wars canon, it's a little relative. But yeah, like totally, it'd be better if they died because it'd make more sense.
Or if what's his name? Oh, I'm forgetting the character's name because I haven't watched in a while. The Padawan-ish.
Ezra Bridger.
Ezra Bridger. He's actually Snoke.
Like I've heard that theory. Yeah, I've heard that theory. So we'll see,
he's
man.
playing with the dark side right now. Oh,
yeah.
He's been playing with the dark side, but yeah, I can't wait to start watching again. I mean, like last season was amazing. Just watching Darth Maul and Obi-Wan fight again, just like.
For that 3-second fight, yeah, that was
the best 3 seconds ever. It was like frame for frame, there's like a story.
Yeah.
Frame for frame, there's a story.
Actually, that's very true. You know, that is kind of true. If you want to romanticize it, like it does tell a story for that 3 seconds.
Really, Darth Maul really tries to kill Obi-Wan with the same way he tried to kill Qui-Gon. Did we talk about this on the show?
We have not yet. We have not yet. I mean, we could right now. We're on it.
He literally goes for the move that killed Qui-Gon. But Obi-Wan's like, I've seen this, and that's why he dies. But I'm so sorry. That's so spoilery. Oh my god, why did I say that?
Wait. I have a button for this. Wait, let me look for it. Hold on. Is it this?
Holy spoiler alert!
There. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I just got too hyped while talking about Rebels.
I mean, why not? Why not? All right. So, Star Wars Rebels coming back. Super psyched for it. Let's hope it ends on a good note. I'm not saying a high note, because if it ends dramatically, I would not mind. And so here's the thing. I did want to bring this up, Juancho. Dave Filoni, with what he's done with Rebels and Clone Wars, he's got something lined up for the post Return of the Jedi era. You know that Disney's working on something. Because his talents are too good to waste. His team doing Rebels, they're not going away. I can guarantee that. They're whipping something up, man.
And there's a lot of stuff to work with post Return of the Jedi.
Give me young Luke! For the love of God, give me young Luke!
Here we go again.
No, we're not getting into that. We're not getting into that. All right, so that's it, man. Star Wars, guys, super psyched. Juancho is too.
Yeah, speaking of Star Wars, though, I feel like I'm in the future now because I have tech news.
Ooh, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, Juancho's got some tech news, guys. What's up, Juancho? Tell us about the tech.
Yeah, so actually 2 weeks ago, have you heard about the whole Google keynote thing? Where they drop
yes, I have.
Yeah, they dropped their own phone, which is pretty cool. It's called the Pixel 2. It looks pretty good. It's just I'm kind of depressed because I literally just bought a phone, so.
Oh man. Well,
no, it's all right. It doesn't have a headphone jack, and I really need a headphone jack. That's why I'm happy with my phone. But I was watching it, and then one of the biggest things that they were selling with the Pixel 2 is since it doesn't have a headphone jack, they're making their own headset, wireless Bluetooth headset, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And that's okay.
So real quick, before we get into that, the Pixel 1 was a big hit when it first came out. Everyone was raving about it, and the big meme was it had a headphone jack.
It had a headset. I know.
When the new iPhone models did not. So this is really funny.
They're
sorry.
Hypocrites, big. But don't worry. Like, there's a reason why there's no headset jack anymore, because they're making their own Bluetooth headset, and it's freaking crazy. Like, I felt like I was in the future when they showed it, because it's what it allows you to do is like translate live. Like, that's what they did in the keynote, and I thought it was amazing. I thought that was like some sci-fi level shit. You could literally go to a different country and then just speak your language. It'll go through the phone. The phone will say what you said in like Chinese, and then the phone will listen to the response, and it'll translate it in real time in the headset. And that's just.
I heard about this. Yeah, it's like the Babel fish. It's like the Babel fish from Hitchhiker's Guide. That's awesome.
It's like it's a feature right now. It's one of their main features, and I was like, oh man, I need the headset. And the headset got sold out like freaking fast.
Wow, dude, that's. And they did that to test demand. They're not going to make too much, or they're not going to put out too much in the market yet to test the demand. And then now that they know demand's there, boom, they're just gonna launch it. They're gonna launch it like a rocket.
I really felt like I could use that too, because I was like, I came from Hong Kong last week, right? And like the language barrier was really there. I downloaded Google Translate to translate whatever I needed, like the menu and all that. But like getting to talk to someone in real time and getting it translated, that's like, ooh, that's the future. And it's a wireless headset. Pretty soon it's gonna be an earbud, and then it's gonna be right there, and you could just press it, and then it'll translate and all that.
Yeah, I'm super psyched for this, because with Google, they're gonna try and make it as compatible with other devices as possible. They're not like Apple, where they try to make it as exclusive as possible, where they build specific tools so you can't open their PC cases and all that stuff.
I just realized too, because I came from being in an app from my iPhone, right? I have an iPhone and I have an Apple Watch my girlfriend gave me for my birthday. I realized I can't use my Apple Watch anymore with my Android phone. I was like so bummed.
Oh yeah.
It won't connect. I'm like, what the hell? I would have thought, because it's actually just the app, not actually connecting to the iPhone, right? That the app would be available on Android, but it wasn't. So
is there no user-made one, like a? Is there no user-made app that you could like download the APK
not
for?
That I've seen. Not that I've seen so far. That's kinda,
this is interesting. Yeah, dude, that's a big turnoff. That's a big turnoff.
Yep. But that's Apple being just really closed for
exactly
for a tech thing, you know.
Nintendo. All right, so we'll move on. We'll move on. But yeah, like I'm super psyched for the Pixel and this Babel fish of a device.
I have one more piece of tech news though.
Go for it. Yeah, no, go for it, man.
All right, so with the announcement of Google, which is good news. I have like bad news kinda in the whole mobile tech world is that, did you know that have you ever seen a Windows phone?
Yes. Which one did I see before? I think it was from HTC. Is that considered a Windows phone?
Yeah. I mean, like, it's the Windows software on a phone. Yeah. So, Microsoft is no longer in the cell phone software market. They just dead now. They literally just it happened during our last show actually. That day they just dead. So it's just Apple and Android. They gave up, and you know what's so bad too is that like Bill Gates even had to say that he doesn't even use a Microsoft phone. He doesn't use a Windows phone. He has an Android this whole time.
Oh, that's
maybe
that's the bow out. Yeah, that's when you're like, thank you, I'm out of here. Wow, dude, wow. Okay, that's big.
I just wanted to bring that up just because of Bill Gates, like all of that. This whole time he was using an Android. What a
man, that's tough. All right, real quick in the chat, Diego Z says, I think the Japanese outnumber the American-made robots with one franchise alone, Gundam. Well, yeah, I mean, like we said, like they have a lot of. I mean, Gundam is a franchise, like you said. Like they have like a ton under the Gundam umbrella. Like it's ridiculous to even compare it actually to other countries, and especially America. Like America just takes these Japanese properties and they just either redub them or find a way to make their own, like again, like Voltron. So yeah, like Japanese are probably gonna win that fight, if we're talking about number of franchises. Yeah. All right. What do we talk about next, Juancho, man? I'm psyched. We either top the tables, or we do some episode recapping. What do you want to do, man? What do you want to do?
Let's go episode recap first.
All right. Oh, here we wait. I have a soundbite for this. Wait. I really have to automate all of this next time.
Holy spoiler alert!
All right, that little soundbite means it's time for episode recap. All right, man. So we got a lot to talk about this week.
Yep.
I'm gonna gloss over this first one. The CW shows are back. All right, we got The Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow. We got them all back, and it took them a while this year to get back, because I think usually they start at around August, September. And Legends of Tomorrow kind of like follows in like October, but we got them all in October this year, and
so all the first episodes are out.
Yes, all the first episodes were out last week. No, because oh my gosh, I can't keep up, man. All these, there's so much to watch, so much to play. Like I can't keep up anymore. We're in an age of geeks, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Have you seen any episode though at all?
Yeah, I saw the first episode of The Flash and the first episode of Supergirl. The Flash did a lot of setting up, but it was kind of, it was a little it wasn't the best Flash episode, sadly. Like, I'll say that. It wasn't the best Flash episode.
I have a feeling you're going for, it was a little slow, which is ironic.
It was as well, actually. Yeah, it was kind of slow. And they lingered on a lot of plot points for a while. And Supergirl did its usual thing, still better than when it was on, I think, what's the parent company, the CW? Fox? Is it Fox?
Not sure.
The CW. Oh, no, Warner. So it's a Warner channel. So it's a... Dang it. CBS. It was originally on CBS, and they turned it over to the CW, and it's still better than when it was on CBS. CW version is still pretty good. Again, it's not going to be the best show on TV, but it's a good fix. It's a good superhero fix. PokeMonster97 in the Twitch chat. Hey man, how you doing? Hope you're doing good tonight. Hope you enjoy your stay with us.
Hey, what's up? Out of all four though, what are you hyped for? Just
I was hyped for the Flash the most. Yeah, I mean, because me and James talked about this on a previous Quit Sawing podcast. The Flash is kind of carrying that whole CW universe. It has a good mix of serious tone and humor. It's like the Marvel film of the DC CW TV shows. So it's they've done a lot of setting up. So hopefully we get immediate payoff in episode 2. But yeah, I just wanted to bring it up because I want people to know, because it kind of does tend to fly under the radar in this time where we're getting like Marvel movies coming out, we're getting Stranger Things coming out, like we got the we forgot to talk about the Black Panther trailer. We'll talk about that later on. But yeah, it
feels like a weird time to release all the shows. Actually, I feel like they're a little too late because there's just a lot of shit going on.
Yeah,
I mean, we're about to get Thor Ragnarok and the Justice League soon.
Yes.
So I feel like they should have premiered earlier, but.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, right? I mean, we're getting a lot of great TV shows. Netflix, like South Park talked about, is picking up every single show they can find. So yeah, I'm hyped.
They're losing all the Disney shows though. Remember that?
Oh yeah, let's not get into that. That's yeah. So man, I'm super psyched that I keep saying it. We live in an age of geeks, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. All right. PokeMonster97 in the chat says, I'm hyped for Green Lantern 2020. I think that's referring to the still in development. I think not yet 100% confirmed. I think Green Lantern Corps movie, the Green Lantern Corps, spelled corpse, movie that should be in production by like 2018. I think if they're really going to push for the 2020 release date. So yeah, if that comes out, I hope it's good. And I hope they do like 2 lanterns, because what's the point of naming it Green Lantern Corps if you're just gonna do Hal Jordan again? All right.
Yeah, I want a new Green Lantern movie. Honestly, it'd be out of all the like superheroes that could have like superhero movies that could have been so fantastic. Green Lantern would have been just up there,
Yeah, I'm with you, dude. I am so with you. And I'm as optimistic as PokeMonster. Hype. Hopefully, man. Hopefully. let's get the Green Lantern film that we deserve. And let's pray that The Rock plays Black Adam well. All right. So moving on, man. We got some Orville. We're a week behind on our episode recaps with the Orville. I know,
I'm always a week behind. I'm so sorry. I set aside time to watch both episodes today, write like my review of a board game and all that, and suddenly I had to do so much stuff today and like a bunch of last minute stuff. It kind of ruined my day, honestly. And
it's fine, man. You're here now, and that's all that matters to me. And the folks at home that are watching our viral internet sensation Quit Stalling. Yeah, let's talk about the Orville, dude. Wait. I loaded the clip for this week's episode. Yeah, so what did you think of episode 5? I think
episode 5 was probably one of the better episodes.
Okay, so quick rundown. Episode 5, we had another surprise guest appearance from a fantastic and very high-profile Hollywood actor / slash actress. We got Charlize Theron, man. Charlize Theron. Furiosa herself.
I didn't recognize her.
Are you serious?
No, I didn't. She was the girl, right? The time traveler.
Yes, she played Priya.
I didn't know she was. I didn't know she was a high-profile actress. This is like when I missed Liam Neeson.
Yeah, you totally missed. Okay, so
I'm so bad with actors and actresses. All right, I'm not into that Hollywood gossip jazz. So
there was no Hollywood gossip in this. What are you talking about?
Oh, I just didn't recognize her. I don't know why.
It's fine. It's fine. I mean, that's kind of good too, because you got to experience it as if these are the actual characters. That's good for you. That's good.
But yeah, I thought this was an I thought it was extra funny just because of this what's the name? Isaac, right? It was character development for Isaac this episode. We've had character development for almost all the main cast and crew besides Isaac. So this should be the last one, if I'm not wrong.
Well, of the higher ranking officers, I think you're right.
I mean, we still need to get the Blob story probably.
Yeah, and the other helmsman. Oh,
right. I'm forgetting his
Shoot. See, exactly, right? Exactly. We need more of him.
That's true. Okay, I'm wrong then. We still need more of him. But
yeah, the non-pilot helmsman.
I felt like with this episode, Isaac really felt part of the crew, and it was a good way of, getting him into it by doing the whole
extreme way.
And then,
that was
like,
kind of extreme.
it's like I thought he had like this side story with he was doing a practical joke, and then so he wouldn't be part of the main story, but then he actually turns out to be like the main guy in the main story too. So this was all him, and I really felt him. I really felt like he was part of the crew now, since he was really trying to do the whole practical joke, and I thought it was funny that he cut off the guy's leg.
Dude, that was. That's
like,
Lieutenant
so
Malloy.
Unexpected. The tension was perfect too, because like around that time, the focus of the episode was that the time travel girl. What's her name? What was the name of the episode? Priya. Right. Priya was. You're supposed to like expect that Priya's gonna do something really, really bad. Like, she's obviously gonna like destroy the ship or something like that. We're like expecting something from her, and then we find out like he wakes up and he has no leg, and I thought, oh my god, did Priya take his leg? Is that it?
Oh my god, that would have been so messed up. That would have been so messed up. But I kind of saw it coming with Isaac, because like you get the shot of the bridge right after, and I'm like, oh my god, he did it. No, it's messed up. And like the CG and the practical effects in this show are pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good for TV show.
Exactly. Like you'd expect it to look cheap, but they're doing really good with
the first time you see Isaac, he looks cheap, right? Honestly, I didn't like his character design at the beginning, because it's obviously just a guy in a suit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then now I really, really like him, and he really feels part of the crew, and yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. And going back to Priya real quick, like Charlize Theron, man, like how are they getting these actresses and actors to do these roles? Because she's good, man. She brought a lot of depth and drama, and we're getting this. I think you'll see it in the next episode as well. We're getting a lot of the sort of cliffhanger-y endings to the episodes, where it's like it's not completely resolved. They leave you to think about the consequences of what just happened, and it's way deeper than you'd expect from this show. We keep saying that, but it just keeps surprising me every week. The fact that, oh my god, he just decided to blow up the what's it called, the wormhole.
The wormhole, yeah.
I had a bit of an issue with that, because I didn't know if they still remembered what happened after that.
Yeah. And like. That's a problem with time travel stuff. I get like when you blow up the wormhole, shouldn't she just be stuck in this time, never existed in this time. I don't know.
Yeah, and they did a bit of a mix of that, right? Like where they still, I think they still remember what happened, but she's gone. So it's weird. It's really weird. And what makes it harder is because Seth MacFarlane gets a bit of character development himself, where he's slowly getting over. Yeah, and he's slowly getting over the whole what's her name cheating on him.
Yeah, and it's really noticeable, too, because this is the episode I think that the divorce has been mentioned the least. We got like one joke on the divorce, probably one or two, like one joke and then one mention.
Yeah,
and I was like that's like the least amount, you know. And like the blue guy, like the blue alien he cheated with. This is the first time he's mentioned the blue guy, and in a more sad tone, not a like condescending or shock tone. It was like he mentions him in a really sad manner. So
yeah, he's not trying to deflect anymore. He opened up. So I wonder if that's going to continue or if he just forgets about that. It's hard. I need more of this show, man. And I'm psyched for you to see the next episode. We're going to do 2 episodes to recap next week.
Yes.
We're going to do that.
We'll catch
real
up.
Quick. Yeah, we'll catch up. We'll catch up, guys. Real quick, going back to PokeMonster97 in the chat, he says, I love the Netflix anime Glitter Force Doki Doki for odd reasons. One being it's funny. And he just says Doki Doki again.
Glitter Force Doki Doki. I've never heard of that.
Do we have that on
I don't think
on
so.
Our Netflix?
Because my Netflix is set to alarm for like every anime or cartoon stuff that comes out.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, we don't have it.
We don't have that.
I'm gonna have to extra legal that. Thanks, Pokemon. I'm gonna have to check that out. That sounds good. All right. So moving on, man. Is that all our episode recapping? I think we did it, right?
I think you wanted to talk about the South Park episode, but I didn't get to watch it. But if you want to talk about it, go ahead.
No, because I actually just wanted to talk about it real quick so I wanted to plan it so that right after I'd be like, you could check me out playing South Park The Fractured But Whole right after this on twitch.tv/Herald Plays. So they did this really clever thing where they set up the game with an episode of South Park that references the game.
For the Stick of Truth.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
I totally
remember
missed that.
They were the whole role playing it, and Cartman was a wizard. Like it was the Lord of the Rings episode.
Dude, I totally I saw that one, but I thought it wasn't related. I thought it was because I saw the episode. It didn't seem to be related to the story of the Stick of Truth.
Oh, maybe it wasn't. I don't know, but they used that character design and all that.
Yeah, they did. Adrian in the chat says, "Spoil the episode for." Adrian, man, holding the grudge of Juancho spoiling it for him.
Wait, what? Is he back? Where is he?
Adrian's in the Twitch chat, man. Adrian, I got you, man. So Juancho.
Can we move on?
Juancho. No,
oh my god, don't watch the first part of this podcast because I spoiled something again. I'm so bad. Adrian calling you out, man. Adrian, welcome back. I hope you're enjoying the show today. All right, so here's the thing. South Park Stick of Truth, they did a really clever thing where they had a build up to the game, not Stick of Truth, Fractured But Whole. And it was clever. They had a little commentary on Facebook and fake news and Mark Zuckerberg and all that, and how he tried to buy parts of Hawaii, if I remember correctly. I think that's what they were referencing, because he just went into the town of South Park and started like pretty much just taking everyone's things. It was a really clever episode, one of the best ones I've seen recently, because like with The Simpsons, you're getting a lot of ups and downs now with South Park. A lot of hits and misses. I'm not updated with South Park because I've heard the last season was actually kind of bad.
Yeah, and it doesn't help. It helps and it hinders the fact that they have like that. If you've seen the documentary where they do all the episodes within the week that they're gonna release them, and it's good because they can make commentary about like what's recent news. Like they had a joke about what's that Hollywood producer that's getting sued by a lot of like females nowadays for harassment. Harvey Goldstein? Weinstein? Harvey Weinstein? Yeah, so they got to make a joke about that. Versus if you make the show in advance, like a year in advance, you wouldn't be able to do that.
There's a huge problem with doing that though. That's the whole reason why the last season isn't good.
Yes, exactly.
Have you heard about that? Like, because the whole last season was they were building up the entire season to the point where, like, the finale would be the presidential elections.
Oh yeah.
You heard about that? And then
yeah.
So like they made the season like foreshadowing that Hillary's gonna win and all that, like what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But then Donald Trump won, and it just ruined everything. It started making no sense.
Yeah, they
kind of.
We're not gonna get too political, but who could have seen that coming, right?
It's just like they're just betting on Hillary, and it kind of just ruined the entire season because of it.
Oh yeah. Adrian in the chat says he just tuned in, so he missed your spoiler. Pokemon says I'm hyped for this JF3. Oh, 34? Is that 3, 4? And Brighter Darkness get to PC. Oh, if you're into games, Pokemon, I suggest tuning in to Game Bite tomorrow. We're going to talk a lot about video games tomorrow. But yeah, Disgaea is a really good game. And ooh, I haven't heard of Brighter Darkness. Have you heard of Brighter Darkness, Wancho?
No, I have not.
Ooh, we should check that out. Thank you, Pokemon.
It sounds like a RPG.
Yeah. Adrian Latipi in the chat says, I didn't like that last episode. Why were they parodying old Kung Fu movies with Mark Zuckerberg? That was a really odd part. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with what he says. South Park does this thing where they take like one little line, like I mentioned, like when Mark Zuckerberg was trying to buy like land in Hawaii and it was kind of ruining like the lives of the locals, and then they like stretch it out and make it like a big joke. So it must be something he did or said. I'm actually super interested in that as well. All right, Wancho, we're gonna end the show with what do we call this segment? I don't want to call it Topping the Tables unless Table Talk. I like that. I like Table Talk. All right, you know what? That's a good one, dude. I'm gonna change the music for that. But while I'm doing that, man, hold on, let me bring up the image for Table Talk. Table Talk. All right. So what do we have today for Table Talk?
Yeah, this is
the part where Table Talk?
I just get to geek out about board games. So since it's Halloween, I just want to go. Oh well, it's Halloween season. It's October. I just want to go through like all my favorite horror themed board games, and City of Horror. It's a zombie game, but honestly, it's my favorite. I think because there's so much zombie media out there. And City of Horror has to be my favorite zombie game.
Okay.
So
I love how you really tried to say horror, just to not offend anyone. Horror.
Yeah. Anyway, so City of Horror is it's up to 6 players, I believe.
Here we go. Sorry.
So the point of the game is to survive until the end of 4 rounds. What you're trying to do is survive the zombie apocalypse-ish. You're waiting for the chopper to come and rescue you after 4 rounds. And you're given like 3 people to control, so you're controlling 3 people.
Okay.
And you're placing them around this huge board. Like the board in this game is amazing. It's like it's huge. It's built piece by piece, and each piece represents like a part of the city. So you have like the church, the water tower, the hospital, and all that.
Cool.
And
this looks really good.
What you're trying
the people who are watching the video feed have an advantage because they can see what you're describing right now.
Yeah, right there. So the point of the game is it's not killing zombies. It's literally surviving. It's like the Walking Dead game, because the real horror in City of Horror aren't the zombies. It's the people you're playing with.
Ooh. Yeah, so it's kind of like Betrayal.
Yeah. In Betrayal, you're forced to get betrayed. Like one person's gonna get picked out, and he's gonna betray you. In this game, it's a political game because you're trying to make deals. You're really talking to people and trying to make sure you don't die. Because let me explain it.
Yeah.
You have three
before you
people,
do,
right?
this reminds me of Dead of Winter. Have you played Dead of Winter?
I played Dead of Winter, but Dead of Winter is more of a. I was supposed to talk about that in a different episode.
Oh, we'll get to that then. Yeah, that's
interesting. It's one of the good horror games, but yeah, in Dead of Winter, it's technically a co-op game. This is you against the world. You're just trying to survive by yourself. You don't care about anyone else because each person in your group, like you're controlling 3 people, and each of them have certain points if they survive at the end of 4 rounds.
Oh.
So it's a points-based system where the winner, just like a winner at the end of the game, it's the person who has the most survivors, has the most gear, who survived the best during the zombie apocalypse. Because it's so funny. It's like you're gonna have a character, and each character has their own ability.
Okay.
Like you can have like this screaming, like the wait, sorry. I'll explain the ability because a character who hasn't used their ability is worth like, let's say, 5 points. But after you use your ability once, he's exhausted and he costs less because he went through the zombie apocalypse not exactly clean.
Okay.
So he's like 2 points now, like 5 to 2. So you have abilities, but you're really, really trying not to use them. Okay. So the point of the game.
What's the story behind this? Like when you're losing these points, like are you slowly becoming a zombie, or are you?
Like for example, there's this one character. His ability is to kill 2 zombies, like just right off the bat, kill 2 zombies. You have like a little cardboard guy, and then he has a little dog with him. Then when you use his ability, yeah, he's right there. So when you use his ability, he gets a new cardboard thing, and he loses the dog. The dog isn't there.
No, what?
So it's stuff like that. Like, or
what
like
is
there's
this
this pregnant
game?
lady. There's a pregnant lady, and when you use her ability, the baby comes out or something like that.
Oh man.
So the abilities make sense because so the whole meat of this game is it's voting. What you're trying to do is with every in the board, you're trying to hide from the zombies, right?
Okay.
So you have those 3 people, and then let's say I'm gonna put you in the hospital, and I'm gonna put you in the water tower.
If I
but
put
it's all
there first.
Yeah, it's like unahan. It's really. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be speaking Tagalog because there are international viewers. It's whoever gets there first, because you're trying to hide there, and if you don't, there's like certain number of spots available in the place. If you and when you reveal where you're going, it's all at the same time. You have this little card, and you're saying, okay, this is where I'm going, all at the same time. And if there's too many, someone's gonna get booted out, and he's gonna go into the streets, and in the streets, there's a big chance you're gonna die. Basically, like one person for sure is gonna die in the streets. Okay, and then like
what happens when you die?
You just lose the guy.
Oh, okay.
So you have less points at the end. So so and then the big meat of the game is because sometimes after everyone picks where they're gonna go, like where they're gonna hide out, like in the church and all that, you're gonna flip a card, and then it's gonna show you where all the zombies went. Right? So like all the zombies went to the church, all the zombies went to the hospital, and and each place has like a certain amount of defense. If it goes over the defense, like if there's more than 4 zombies, something happens. If it goes more than the defense, something has happened. Someone has to die. But the way you choose who dies is by voting.
Oh, so you throw the person into the zombies.
Yeah. In order to escape, one person has to die. So you're trying to vote. You go like, you're supposed to raise your finger in the air and go like, no. Everyone in the hospital, you have to go like, who's going to die? And all at the same time, you're supposed to point. You're gonna literally point at the person and say, "You're going to die."
Dude, that's messed up.
So you're trying to, in order to, since that's how you die, you have to make deals, right? You have to go like, okay, over here, I'll give you like the medicine. I'll give you my gun. Just please, let's vote for that one guy. If you can make friends with someone, but if you do that, you've just made an enemy, and then that guy is gonna be like, okay, fuck those 2 guys. And then he's gonna start talking to the other people and go like, guys, they're against me. They're a group right now. We have to outnumber them. So it's
I'm
really
seeing a more sadistic side to you, Juancho, and I don't think I like it. I don't think I like it.
It's just how the zombie apocalypse is supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be cutthroat. and this game is cutthroat.
Note to Adrian and myself: never bring Juancho to a zombie apocalypse. I guess. Real quick, big shout out to PokeMonster97 who's now following us on Twitch. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you
by the way.
All
right.
Yeah,
so anything else you want to mention?
You have to play it sometime. This is all I have to say. And if you're playing somewhere right now, if they have this game, I'm not sure if most of the board game cafes have this game. It's either they have this or it's called Mall of Horror. So look for City of Horror or Mall of Horror. It's basically the same thing.
Okay.
Kinda.
Okay. Which came first?
Mall of Horror came first, and then this came out, which is supposed to be the sequel. But then when you look at the pieces and all that, they really just changed the board a little bit. Okay. So it's just more of like a updated, because Mall of Horror is pretty old.
All right, dude, awesome stuff, man. Our very first table talk. I like it. I like it. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right, so let me find our outro music real quick. Because we gotta go, man. We did great. We're under an hour. Oh my gosh, that's weird. It feels weird, man. Yeah.
Is it? Are we actually? Oh, it literally hit 1 hour in my screen. But that's
so
pre-show.
We went over time, and then we brought ourselves back in time. That's awesome. Good job. Oh, time travel. Time travel's messy. Time travel's really messy, guys. Don't buy into the hype. Don't buy into the hype. All right. So here we go. Here we go.
Way better control now.
That's true. That's true. All right, Juancho. Where can the folks at home find you when you're not on the Quit Stalling podcast?
You can find me at my Twitter, which is at Saldana Juancho. And if you want to know, normally it's like whatever you share, I retweet.
Perfect. Perfect. That's how we do.
Yeah, and if you want to know more about board games and stuff, there's this Facebook group for it's a tabletop group for DLSU people. It's called TAFT Trooper. Sorry, TAFT Trooper. You can like the page.
What's DLSU, Juancho?
Oh, it's De La Salle University. It's one of the best colleges here in the Philippines.
We just lost all our Ateneo, FEU, UP followers. Guys, you guys are great too. We love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Don't leave. Don't leave. Please don't leave.
Actually, like, when I used to have the board game nights, like, people from USD would go to the board game night. And
because they're neighbors.
Yeah. And one time, a person from Ateneo showed up, so... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you're from. I'm just saying that since I went to La Salle, that's where I made the group. But, you know, if you play tabletop, you're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you, Juancho. Thank you.
TAFT Trooper on Facebook. And
Awesome. All right, if you want to find out more about me, you can head over to @HeraldPlays on any social media, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. Twitch isn't really social media. YouTube, bit.ly/HeraldPlays with a capital H and a capital P because bit.ly is specific. If you want to find out more about us, head on over to www.quitstalling.us or quitstalling.us. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. Twitter @QuitStallingUs. Facebook, facebook.com/QuitStallingUs. Instagram @QuitStalling. We're on Twitch, twitch.tv/QuitStalling, which is probably where you're watching us right now. We're also live streaming on YouTube, where you can also catch our VODs. bit.ly/quitstalling with a capital Q and a capital S, because, again, bit.ly is very specific. And you can get us on iTunes or any podcatcher out there, on the Google Play Store, on Stitcher, iHeartRadio. We're there. And if we're not, let us know and we'll find a way to get there. All right, we'll insert ourselves in there. Anything else I should be plugging? SoundCloud will no longer be updated, so the Quit Stalling Podcast mega feed, drop that and subscribe to each of the podcasts individually, because SoundCloud will no longer take my credit card. That is through no fault of my own, because and everything else is up and running, so we're fine. But if you want to donate, I have a PayPal. Help us keep the wheels turning. How do other podcasts do it? Help us keep the lights on by donating to paypal.com/. No, I'm just kidding.
Our Patreon.
Our Patreon. Oh, we should have a Patreon in the future. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. All right, guys. That's been episode 46. Next week I have to talk to you. Oh yeah, dude. Next week I have to talk to you actually about this Juancho. We might have to start a little earlier because I have tickets to Thor Ragnarok. We'll discuss that in the after show. But
you guys late if you want.
Oh, we could.
We could. Unless it depends on what time you're watching. We could talk about Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll do it on the after show. Thank you guys for tuning in. Pay attention to our Twitter and our Facebook because that's where all the news will be on scheduling. I'll see you guys tomorrow on GameBite, or if you want to watch me play South Park, the fractured butthole. Twitch.tv/Herald Plays. Stay tuned here on twitch.tv/Quitstalling or the YouTube. And I'll eventually go on in the next like hour and a half or so. I just have to finish rendering some things or uploading actually. Yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in. Adrian says, don't spoil Thor though.
Damn it.
You're the best.
No, don't worry. I don't think I would. I'll watch it late then. Damn it.
We'll do is we'll just tell Adrian. All right, Adrian, this is where you tune out. We'll see you next week after you've watched Thor. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody. Bye. See ya.